What up, y'all? Welcome back, Conspiracy University. All right, so when it comes to secret societies or fraternities, a lot of people already know about Skull and Bones. It's pretty much mainstream at this point. Has a lot of big names that are openly a part of it, like the Bushes, Gores, a lot of high-profile names. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over some of these other ones who are, in my opinion, if not just as bad, probably worse. And these are things that have been documented and things that were well known that these fraternities or secret, not so secret societies were doing. So let's check it out, yo. All right, so we have here Psi Upsilon. Psi Upsilon, commonly known as Psi U, is a North American fraternity founded at Union College on November 24th, 1833. The fraternity reports 50 chapters at colleges and universities throughout North America, some of which are inactive. Y'all can see a little bit of about them here. Their motto is, "Unto us has befallen a mighty friendship." Their symbol is a diamond owl. Headquarters, 3003 East 96th Street. What do you know? All right, so let's check it out. Let's scroll down a little bit more. So as you can see here, this is a book by Alice Dunleavy, Secret Society Buildings at Yale College. So not only Skull and Bones, you have also Psi Upsilon, left center, Skull and Bones, Russell Trust Association, right center, Delta Kappa Epsilon, bottom, scrolling key, Kingsley Trust Association. So, I'm going to just skip down a little bit more because I want to get to some of the bad things they did. Well, here's a fun fact as well. During World War II, a few chapters, such as the Omicron, rented their houses to the Army as barracks and offices. One chapter, the Epsilon Nu, rented its house to a sorority, Gamma Phi Beta. The rental income these chapters received allowed them to survive. Other chapters, such as the Lambda and Eta, could not afford the taxes and upkeep on an empty house and had to sell. So, fraternity first. Psi Upsilon was the first fraternity to hold a fraternity convention, print a membership catalog, print a fraternity history, print a fraternity songbook, issue a fraternity magazine. So it seems to me that these are the kind of the ones who led the way and started it all, popped it all off. Okay, so it says here, notable controversies. In 1971, Bowdoin College, formerly all male, decided to admit women to the college. The members of Kappa chapter of Psi Upsilon also voted to accept women that year, becoming the first co-ed fraternity on Bowdoin's campus and in Psi Upsilon. In 76, Patricia Geller attended the national meeting as Kappa's president, and Psi U distinguished itself by not revoking Kappa's charter status. Instead, the Kappa chapter admitted members of both sexes for as long as it existed and was only the first in Psi U to do so. On the night of Saturday, January 20th, 1990, the brothers of Psi Upsilon kidnapped a rival fraternity member, subjecting him to various forms of physical and mental abuse. Penn kicked Psi U off campus less than 5 months later. During the drive, the Psi U officers played a tape of Malcolm X's speech containing references to violence directed at whites. Because this tape was played at a loud volume, O'Flanagan believed that no one would be able to hear any possible cries for help. The Psi U officers and pledges drove O'Flanagan to a scheduled playground/park area. O'Flanagan said, "I'm not Sheffield, I'm Billy O'Flanagan." Someone then said, "Oh shit." O'Flanagan replied, "Take me back now and I'll forget about it." But they ignored his request. They encircled O'Flanagan, whispering to him again the phrase Sheffield, Deathfield, O'Flanagan. Told them that he was not Sheffield. They, however, did not release O'Flanagan. They also taunted O'Flanagan by referring to lynchings in the South and Alabama. O'Flanagan remained handcuffed to the metal structure for a period of time. He was barefoot and only minimally clothed, and the night was cold and rainy. O'Flanagan was kept at the playground park area in the custody of 2 Psi U pledges, while the Psi U officers and pledges who had come to the site went to get food and check in by telephone with a Psi U officer at the Psi U fraternity house. Before the Psi U officers and pledges left, one of them said to O'Flanagan, "We're coming back with something you won't want to eat." They then conducted a mock trial, which consisted in part of O'Flanagan being subjected to physical discomfort, emotional distress, and repeated and intense verbal abuse. In July 2016, the president of Psi Upsilon's chapter at Cornell University was indicted by a grand jury for sexual abuse of a female Cornell student in the fraternity house. The crime allegedly took place in late January of that year, with initial charges brought in early February. In May, the accused students sued Cornell University, saying that their investigation process was flawed and non-compliant with recent changes in state law. The chapter has been suspended by both the national leadership of the fraternity and Cornell University, although the university cited other violations. Following a racially charged assault on a black student by white members of the House in September 2017, the chapter's alumni board voted to close the chapter indefinitely. In 2014, Wesleyan University required all male-only fraternities to become coeducational, partly in response to issues with sexual assault and harassment. At the time, Psi Upsilon and Delta Kappa Epsilon were the only recognized fraternities at the school. After Delta Kappa Epsilon's housing was closed for failing to comply with the changes, Psi Upsilon was the remaining fraternity at the school. The fraternity agreed to become coeducational, but the chapter's housing was temporarily suspended by the school before any female students could join. The closure was pending a drug investigation and past claims of sexual assault. As of September 2016, the chapter's house was expected to reopen with both male and female members. So as y'all can see here, this isn't like this happened back in, black and white times where the TVs were no color, right? Like this is 2014, 2017, 2016. So these good old boys, they've been out here wreaking havoc. All right, y'all. So for those of y'all who didn't know, now we know that Skull and Bones' next door neighbor, Psi Upsilon, they've been cutting up too. But it's all good. We're going to cover all of them. But once again, y'all, as always, I appreciate every single one of y'all who come over here and rock with me. Y'all keep your eyes open out there, homies. Stay safe.